Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ask Ashley. This is our second Ask Ashley in the same week because January and February's overlap just worked out perfectly, like a perfect little storm. So now we get to have two Ask Ashleys in the same week. I'm so excited you are here. I hope this new time is working well for you guys. It will be different in March. January's was 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays. February's is 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. And then March's will be at a different time, but I will let you guys know as we get closer to March. We already have a ton of questions coming in, so I'm going to jump right in. But before I do, I just want to remind you guys that we are going to be doing another giveaway today. And this is just for the people who are able to tune in live. If you're watching the replay, I won't be, your giveaway entries will not be able to be counted because it's all happening live. And you have to be here live with us when I announce the winner, if the winner's you, to get the prize. And you need to respond within like 2 minutes. We're going to set a 2-minute time. And even with the lag, because it's still a 2-minute, like, you're getting it when I say it, which is 30 seconds after I say it, but then you got 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So even with the lag, we are going to have a 2-minute timer for you to claim and say, hey, I'm here. I'm the winner. Exciting. And if you don't claim it within those 2 minutes, we're going to draw again. So today's giveaway phrase is going to be the same as last week's, and it is going to be yarn 23. I'm trying to double check. That's what we had. Okay, yes. Yarn 23 was last week's or Tuesday's giveaway phrase. We're going to use that phrase again here today. So if you would like to join the giveaway, you can type yarn 23 anytime during this live. You just have to type it one time and the software will automatically collect all of the comments and then put them into a little mixing thing. And then it's like watching a game show, and then it pops up your picture and there's confetti and it's really fun and it's a whole thing. So very exciting stuff happening. Thank you for being here. I see all of your yarn 23 entries. It has to be the exact phrase, yarn 23. No spaces, nothing attached to them. It has to be exactly yarn 23. If you add or take anything away, it will not. It's all automatic, and the automatic robot will not be able to grab it. So yarn 23, all caps, just like you see it on the screen. Very, very important. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to the questions. The first one is coming from Cheryl, and it's a very good one. Cheryl said, what are the pros and cons of selling a pattern that you designed for a finished product you are currently selling? Would that open the door for a competitor to make the same price? Cheryl, I could talk on this topic for hours. I could literally talk on this topic for the rest of the day, and I can't do that because it's Gabe's birthday and we're going out to dinner tonight. But I'm going to try to shorten it as fast as I can. Yes, it will open you up for other people to sell the same thing as you. It will create competition. I don't believe in competition, at least on Etsy. I mean, I believe in competition in like sports, and I believe in like common tension. But competition, like people taking your customers from you, I don't believe in that. I don't think that's even a thing. And the more I think about it, the less I think it's even a thing. I sell Claire Ben Beatty. Oh, there's just so much I could talk. First, let's talk about the mindset shift. The mindset of I'm not going to put out this pattern because other people will copy me is the mind. We don't want to be in that mindset. We want to do a mindset shift. And it's not, I'm not like shaming anyone. I was the exact same way. That's one of the reasons why I didn't open my Etsy shop soon enough, because I designed all these stuffies and I didn't want other crocheters to make them too, because I didn't realize people use patterns. I thought everybody could look at my stuffies and then go replicate them on their own. And I was so scared. But if I posted them, like they're not copyrighted or they're not trademarked, or what do I need to do first? Do I need to get a lawyer? And that was one of the reasons I didn't open my shop soon enough. Like I waited 4 years. Most of it was fear, but a lot of it, well, that's also fear that someone was going to copy me. So it's very unhealthy. And once you can switch your mindset to focus on solely your own race, your own business, so many doors are going to open up. So much stress is going to be taken out of your heart and your head. You're going to be able to physically breathe easier. And I only know this from experience because I was the same exact way. I was losing sleep. I was stressed out. especially when like other websites stole my pictures like wish.com or AliExpress. Also, when those spammy crochet sites copy and paste your pattern word for word, it can be very stressful if you are in this mindset. I would also like to point out that I have made thousands of dollars off of my Claire Bun beanie pattern. If I didn't post that pattern because I was worried that other people would make Claire Bun beanies and then I wouldn't be able to sell as many Claire Bun beanies, my shop, when it went viral, I would have made less than half. Let's say I made $100. I would have made like $25. So whatever. I would have made a quarter of the amount of money that I did make because I also had the pattern available. I had 1,000 sales in December. Like 350 of those were for beanies or multiple beanies. Some people ordered 8 beanies, and the rest of them were the pattern to make Claire Bun beanies. And I got $5 a pop for those. And it was the best month of my life. And if I hadn't put that pattern on the internet because I was worried about the finished piece sales that I wouldn't get, I wouldn't have made thousands of dollars. I'm not kidding. Thousands. I think it's in the 5 figures at this point for just that one pattern because it blew up. And then, but it was not by luck. I want to just throw that out there too. And we can talk about that later, but it was not by luck. It was because of the hard work that I put in at the beginning. But I would like to encourage you, Cheryl, and anybody else that's listening today, try to just focus on the good things about running a business. Don't let the bad things block your view. And also, community over competition will change your life. I know there are some creators out here who say that community over competition is toxic. I don't believe that. I believe it's toxic if you are being fake. I believe being fake is always toxic. I believe if you're being authentic and true and speaking from your heart, it's not toxic. And I truly want other crocheters to succeed. I can only make so many beanies per day. It's impossible for me to make more than what I can physically make in one day with my hands. So putting the pattern out there is consistent, constant sales where you don't do anything at all other than tell 3 people a day how to find their download. That's basically the only thing I have to do for pattern sales. So I would just like to encourage you, Cheryl, to try to think about changing your mindset shift and see if that will raise your quality of life a little bit and help you make more money in the future. And if you want to talk about this deeper, just let me know because I could literally talk about it all day. It is very special to my heart because it changed everything for me. I also do not lose any sleep over the spammy websites that copy and paste my pattern. It's not my problem. I don't care. You go do that and not be creative and not be able to come up with your own stuff. I'm not worried about it because that person will not be in business long. If they do not have the creativity it takes to be a crochet designer specifically, like you have to be creative in order to come up with new designs. If they don't have that creativity, they will not be a successful crochet designer, and I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm going to keep serving my people. I'm going to focus on my people. I'm going to focus on putting out more patterns. I could spend 7 days trying to get that person to take my pattern down, or I could spend 7 days creating a new pattern that could go viral, that could make 5 or 6 different crocheters' businesses blow up. Like, why would I focus on the person copying my exact pattern? I don't care. I truly don't care. It does not affect me. Like, I get people messaging me all the time. Hey, this website copied your pattern. I just thought, and I just tell them, thank you. I'm like, thank you for letting me know, because I know that they are trying to help me. They are like, we got to stick together. And I love that. I love that emotion. I love that feeling. And I love that community aspect, but I genuinely don't let it bother me at all anymore. Like, I don't care at all. Same for people who stole my pictures. I don't care. The best thing I can do is say, hey, if you've seen these pictures out and about, that's not me. These have been stolen. The only place you can buy my beanies is at a craftyconcept.com or wherever it is. And if it's anywhere off of this, it's not me. So don't get swindled into thinking you're buying from me, because you're not. I just do that. That's the only thing that I can do, but I don't lose any sleep over it. So I hope that was helpful, Cheryl. Thank you for your question. And I know other people in the comments were like chatting it up with you about this question. And I really hope this was helpful. And I really hope it can like soften your hearts a little bit, because if you can have this mindset shift, your business, your ideal customer, your income, everything will explode because of it. Okay. Next question we have. Oh, there we go. Marion, and she says, how do I stay consistent with my business on social media? Do you focus on only one platform? When I get super busy, I struggle even more. I focus on Instagram, but I want to post more on TikTok. Marion, these are fantastic questions. If you are a finished piece seller, Crochet Boss Academy would do really, really good things for you, your mindset, and your business. But let me just say, how to be consistent with my business on social media. You want to come up with a handful of pillars, some people call it pillars, that you can consistently talk about in your business that's related to your ideal customer and the products you sell and the things that you're passionate about as a business owner and like a human, right? So inside of a crafty concept, sometimes I post behind the scenes, sometimes I post about me, sometimes I post a product showcase when I tell you a new product that just hit my store, or a content promo where I tell you a new free crochet pattern that just went live on my blog. These are all my pillars, my different types of content that I can put out on social media. If you can come up with your handful of pillars, it's going to help you come up with content ideas much easier because half the work is already done. When it comes to which platform should you focus on, you should focus on one platform, and that should be the platform where majority of your ideal customer hangs out. If your ideal customer is Gen Z, they're probably not on Instagram as much as millennials and Gen X, right? And then Gen X and boomers would be Facebook. But if your ideal customer is Gen Z, they're probably on TikTok. They might be on Snapchat. I don't know anything about that. And they might be on Twitter. But you need to go to the social platform that your ideal customer is hanging out at, and that make that your main platform. And then you want to repurpose everything that you post there. You want to the goal is to make one piece of content and repurpose it 5 to 10 times in other places and on that exact same platform again. If you make a TikTok or a reel video today, okay, today I just shared a video showing you how to add a palm to your crochet beanies, and it's a whole tutorial, and I show you how to add a palm. 4 or 5 months from now, I can share that again, because chances of people seeing it twice or remembering that they saw it is very unlikely. You can repurpose your same content on the same platform, and you can repurpose it across multiple platforms. I repurpose my TikToks and Reels, so I make it on one or the other. Sometimes I make it on TikTok just because their editing is superior to Instagram Reels editing software. Like TikTok's editing can do everything you want to do, and Instagram's is very, very limited. Or sometimes I'll just record it on my camera and then add it later. But I post on Instagram first, and then we repurpose that same piece of content on Facebook a week later, and then we repurpose it on TikTok, Pinterest Ideal Pins, and YouTube Shorts. That same piece of content is going all over the place. And that way we're working smarter, not harder, right? I only have to make one piece of content, and I can put it on 5 to 10 different places and call it a day. That's what you want to do. And it's very difficult for me, the way my brain works, to get a system. But if you can create some sort of system to help you remember where you need to repurpose things and then like check them off as they get repurposed, it's going to help you stay organized. But definitely start repurposing them in all other places and focus just on your one platform. Thank you, Marianne, for your question. I hope that was helpful. Next up, we have Lilla. Lilla is going to be my guest. And she says, I went to re-download your Gracie doll pattern, and there are 2 PDFs. What are the difference between the two? One is a printer-friendly option without pictures, and one is the full version with step-by-step photos. Thank you for your question. Nicole of Woven Tail Design says, if you don't have a blog yet, what's the best way to have pattern modifications available? Happy February. Happy February to you, Queen. So I know Nicole personally. She is a fellow crochet designer, and she has a YouTube channel, and she puts out patterns, I think like PDFs on Etsy. Do you sell your PDFs, Nicole? Let me go back to the chat. Do you sell your PDFs in like Etsy and stuff, or do you just Marianne, check back. She said she did Crochet Boss Academy last year. Did you check back in the social media module in a couple weeks because I'm refreshing some stuff for the new class and you'll still have access to every single one of them. So definitely go back to the social media module in a couple of weeks because there might be some new things that helps light bulbs go off in your head. Okay, Nicole, I can't remember. I think she sells PDFs. She does sell PDFs. Okay, yeah, on Etsy and Ravelry. Okay, Nicole. So modifications, you can put out free PDFs on Ravelry. I'm 97% sure. I don't use Ravelry. I mean it's on there, but I don't like promote it or work at it. I just put them on there for people who like Ravelry. Etsy is my main jam, but you can I'm sorry, I should have turned off my notifications. I don't know how to do it now that I'm already started. I hope that doesn't keep happening. You can share free if you want it to be free. You can put it on Ravelry. You can also make yourself a landing page on Canva for free. I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel. Sierra's going to come in hot here in a little bit with the link for you. And you can make a landing page and you can just have a button that says mouse ears headband modification and then has like a little line that says like pumpkin ears. And then if they click on that button, it takes them to the PDF magically. It's like a website. It is technically a website, but it's not like your own thing that like a website. You know what I mean? It gets the job done though, and it's absolutely free. So check out that tutorial on my YouTube channel showing you how to build a landing page. You can follow those same instructions for building your own like off of a real website and use that to provide free PDFs to people. You can also update your pattern on Etsy and say two patterns in one. So say you had this pattern and it was $5, but then you added the modification. So now it's $6.50. And then but it also comes with the modification. You can also list them in Etsy using keywords that people would be searching for your specific modification and then sell it at a cheaper price and say, you need this pattern too. If you do not have this pattern, this modification will not be helpful to you. You will still get people who do not understand that. You will still get people who want a refund. So just mentally prepare for that. If that's something you're willing to deal with or not, you just know that going in. I used to have modifications in my shop for $1.50. In the main pattern for $3, people were not getting it. And it was giving me some just anxiety and headaches and stress that I'm not in the current season of life ready to deal with. Right. So we combined them and now they're $4.50 because I was very, very tired of doing that. But hopefully that's helpful to you. You can also email PDFs to your list. If you have an email list, you could use the modification as your freebie to get people to sign up to your email list. I'm a big proponent. I'm a big email list gal. You want to have an email list. So you could say, sign up to my email list and get this modification that goes with my whatever pattern absolutely free. It's a really good way. And then you could also link the whatever pattern to go purchase it in that freebie email that they get the modification in. All kinds of tons of ideas there. I hope that was helpful. Nicole, please text me or polo me later if you need more help, and I will help you. Next, we have Cheryl again, and she says, how much leeway does a creator have when making a product as far as copyrights go? If I wanted to make a bear look like Wednesday Addams, is that permissible? Nope, it's not, especially if you use the word Wednesday Addams in anything that you do. Almost everything is copyrighted, and putting it out there is a risk. You could potentially get a cease and desist order from the company that owns the copyright. So a lot of people sell Disney things in their Etsy shops like Crochet Minions or Crochet Buzz Lightyears, and then Disney will send them a cease and desist and say, you do not have permission to sell Crochet Minions. The Minions is copyrighted by us. You cannot do that. Please take it down immediately. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they could sue you and be like, give me all the money you made off of these sales. And they would be in their rights to do that. If that went to court, chances are they'd win. Also, they got billions of lawyers and we're just regular people, right? So it is a risk anytime that you do that. Anytime. Sorry. Now, some people still do it. Some people are willing to take the risk, but just know it is a risk. And you definitely don't want to use copyright words in your Etsy listings or in your, maybe even in your Instagram posts. Like if you're talking about selling it, if you're just saying I made this for my daughter and it was like a hobby thing, you're probably going to be okay. You're not selling it. You're not making money off of it. But if you're trying to sell the finished piece, it's very, very risky. I avoid it at all costs. But, and you may be thinking, Ashley, you just released a mouse ear hat. Yeah, I did. It's a mouse ear hat. It's not a Disney hat. It's not a Mickey Mouse hat. It's not a Minnie Mouse hat. You can use your own creativity to change the colors to make it a Mickey Mouse hat. But mine was solid pink. And they cannot copyright or trademark 2 circles because they tried and the government said not today, sir. And so they're not allowed to do that. So we are able to sell mouse headbands. That's what Nicole sells. And mouse ears hats because they can't copyright it. But if I made it look like Minnie Mouse, like the one I wore to my Disney trip, which I did not use that one as the pattern pictures. I talked about it a little bit in my video, just showing you my Disney trip, but that was not the pattern that I was giving you guys. I was giving you a solid pink mouse ears hat. But if you are able to use your own creativity and make the brim red and add some polka dots and put a little bow, like Bob's your uncle, right? That's on you. I didn't do that. I'm safe from copyright infringement. I hope that was helpful. Cheryl, thank you for being here early and for giving us questions. Without these questions, this live would be very, very boring. So I appreciate you deeply. Next up, we have Katie, and she says, what are the ways you can entice people to join your email list if you only sell finished items? Katie, I go over this in detail inside of Crochet Boss Academy. In detail. I'm actually redoing that entire module before Crochet Boss Academy launches in 20 days, 25 days. That is a whole module itself. 1/6 of Crochet Boss Academy is about building an email list and coming up with freebie ideas. So if you are interested in investing in your business further, Crochet Boss Academy will be very helpful for you. But some things that you can do is, and inside of Crochet Boss Academy, we talk about how you want your freebie to entice your ideal customer specifically. When I first started my business, I used a freebie for every crochet pattern that was a pair of wrap labels or a pack of wrap labels that matched said pattern. So if I made a mouse ears hat, I put out mouse themed wrap labels. And I was like, this is going to be great. I can do this for every single pattern. That's not ideal customer specific. My ideal customer are specifically crochet business owners, people who want to sell the things that I designed for them to sell. Everybody could use wrap labels, gifters, hobbyists, all kinds of people. It's good, but it's not great, right? It's specific to crocheters. It says handmade with love. Like it's good, but it's not great. So instead, I could release a sheet of marketing tips for 15 different ways to market a mouse ears hat to your ideal customer, because I'm keeping it very ideal customer specific, because the only people that I want on my email list are crochet business owners, ideally, because those are the people that I'm going to be able to serve well, or people who want to turn their hobby into a jobby, right? Those are the people I'm going to be able to serve well. If they are not that, my content is going to aggravate them and they're not going to open it. And they might even mark it as spam. Heaven forbid. I hate that, but sometimes people do that. And it's going to make my scores go down in the eyes of the email service provider. It's really techie, but you only want people on your list that are your ideal customer. So your freebie should be something that your ideal customer would want. So a go-to for finished piece sellers or any businesses is a coupon code. There are some pros and cons to that, but when all else fails, you could do a coupon code and say, sign up to my email list and you'll get a 10% off coupon, something like that. Another thing that you can do is if you sell nesting baskets, in your shop and you sell them like different colors for different seasons. You sell them like you're all about nesting baskets, right? You could have a freebie that said, sign up to my email list and get this PDF guide showing you how to decorate your house with one nesting basket for every season, for every holiday in the year, right? So I could show them how to decorate it for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, Christmas, you just list them all. And then you could have a PDF that shows them how to use your nesting basket in those different areas. You could have a PDF to say how to organize your home with nesting baskets, and you give them 10 ideas. It's perfect for holding your pencils. It's perfect for holding your kids' toys, whatever is ideal customer specific, right? Whatever they're trying to organize in their home, you could give them a guide to show them how to do that. And then you could also use so say you put 10 things on your guide, all 10 of those things would make a great Instagram post. We are repurposing. We are working smarter, not harder. Okay. Thank you, Katie, for your question. I hope you would look into Crochet Boss Academy because I really think you would enjoy it a lot. Let's do one more and then we're going to do the giveaway. I'm so sorry. We have so many questions. Like, this is very exciting to me. There's like 20 other questions that I'm not going to get to today, and you're going to have to come back. I'm going to screenshot them just to make sure. I might can do some like quick power answers. Where do you get design tags for finished pieces? I get mine from Angie and Britt, or All This Wood. All This Wood is on Etsy. Angie and Britt is on Instagram, or angieandbritt.com. Next says, are designers more successful than finished piece product sellers? Absolutely not. You are going to be as successful as you want to be based on the time and energy you put into your business. I know designers that are not doing well, and I know designers that are doing really well. I know finished piece sellers that are not doing well, and I know finished piece sellers that are doing really, really well. It just depends on how much work you're willing to put in, especially at the beginning. There are some pros to having digital items versus finished piece items, but that's going to speak to your why, your current season of life, and what brings you joy. If it brings you joy to see your products in the hands of children that you made them for, let's say you make Gracie dolls and you make them in every skin tone color, every yarn of skin tone color you could possibly find, and your branding is all about inclusivity, right? And you get picture. I'm going to give myself chill bumps. You get pictures of little girls holding their Gracie dolls, and they're so happy because it looks like them, right? You use skin tone and features that look like that little girl, and that makes her so happy. And you see her face light up. You see the joy the mom has being able to finally give her a toy that matches her daughter perfectly, because it's very hard to find, especially if they have like a skin condition or like a disability where they're like, maybe they have a really short arm or something like that. You can make custom Gracie dolls. If that lights you up inside, selling the PDF will not light you up inside. You know what I mean? So you need to look at your heart, look at your why, look at what brings you joy. Think about the type of person you want to spend your time with. Do you want to spend your time with moms of young girls across all different cultures and all the things? Or do you want to spend your time with crocheters? That's what you got to think about. But no, you can be successful at both or neither. Totally up to how much hard work that you put in. Okay, that's all I can do because we have to do the giveaway. If you haven't entered the giveaway yet, you can put in the comments yarn 23, all caps, no spaces, no extra things added, just yarn 23, and you only have to do it one time, and the software will find it and will count your entry. If you do it multiple times, it will not count them. Good morning, Waynell. Hi, Texas. It will not count them, so you're just wasting your energy for that. Hey, Melody. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to go. Thank you so much for your insights. It really helps to hear tips and ideas from someone with experience. My pleasure. Cheryl, thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the Ask Ashley. Is it giving me the option to have the live broadcast? I'm going to refresh. Oh, wait, live. There she is. Okay. Yarn 23 is the giveaway words. I'm going to share my screen so we can watch it together because it's very fun. Okay, and start collecting comments. Here they go. 27 people have commented so far. We're going to give it a couple more minutes. 28. Okay, I'm going to answer one more question while we let you guys do this. So I'm going to find a quick one. Do you design your own business cards, or where did you get yours? I design my own, Kathy. I use Canva, Canva. There are lots of templates that you could go and fill it out with your information and your colors and make them very, very quickly. Don't overthink it. It's not as important as some people make it out to be. You just need to have something that looks nice that you can get in the hands of more people, right? Especially if you're like chatting it up at Walmart and you're like, yeah, I actually crochet those. And then be like, that's awesome. Do you have a business card? Or what's your Instagram? You can say, actually, here's a business card. You can follow me on Instagram. And I get them printed at Vistaprint. They have sales all the time. Definitely Google like Vistaprint coupon code or something before you print them out. There's other printing things that you can use too. I like Vistaprint. Okay, so now we are going to pick the winner, and the winner has to be here on live with us, and they have 2 minutes to respond. After the 2 minutes, they are no longer the winner, okay? I have to draw a line somewhere. Here we go. Ooh, I wish it went like, I'll just do it for you. And the winner is Janie Johnson, maybe Jeannie. I think it's Janie. Janie Johnson, are you with us today? Janie, are you hanging out? Are you still here? Are you live with us? Has anybody seen comments from Janie in the last couple of times? We got a comment. Caroline Vistaprint is awesome. Carla says thank you. Congrats, Janie. I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Okay, wait. So we have let's do like a minute and a half. So I'm going to go till 12:01. Sierra, you can go ahead and hop off if you need to, hon. Thanks for being here. We're going to see if Janine, maybe it's Janine. Janine, Janie. I bet it's Janine. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Let's see if she is here by 12:01 on my clock here. We will be able to have her as the winner. If she is not, we will have to redo it, and then we're past that chance. Hopefully she's still here because I'm not seeing it. Janine. I like it. Janine. Thank you. Oh, yes. A lot of people are betting it's Janine. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Janine. I can't even remember the other two ones that I said. I remember Jeannie, but I can't remember the other one. Janine. Janine, are you here, my girl? You are almost out of time, Janine. If you can hear me, come back. Leave a comment. Let me know you're here. After 12:01 is over, I will have to do another draw. I will push the button and it will draw new people. Oh my goodness. I don't like this. I do not like this feeling. I want to give the giveaway prize to every single person. I don't like it. Okay. So I'm not seeing Janine. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to count to 10 and then I'm going to hit refresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bluegrass said stressful. Girl, you are not kidding. You are not kidding. Okay, we're going to refresh. Here we go. Draw again. Amanda Palmer, are you with us today? Are you still here? We have till, let's do 12:04. You have until 12:04, Amanda, to claim your seat as the prize winner. Maybe wait to tell the giveaway code at the end. That's a good idea, Marianne. We'll do that next week. We'll definitely do that. Amanda's here. Yes. Congratulations, Amanda. Please email. Thank you, Sierra. Please email support@acraftyconcept.com to claim your free crochet pattern PDF. Let us know which pattern you would like, and we will send it to you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for asking your questions. I'm going to screenshot the 13 questions that I didn't get to, and I will just save them in my back pocket. And if for some reason we have a live that doesn't get a lot of questions, I will answer those. If you want to join me again on Thursday, February 9th, happens to be National Pizza Day, at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to ask your questions. I would love to have you back. You can join as early as 11 a.m. and start putting your questions in early because I just go first come, first serve. That is how Cheryl did. Cheryl got here very early, and so did a couple other people, and they already had their questions waiting on me, and it made things very easy. But also, you're welcome to send me a message on Instagram, and I will do my best to help you guys out. Thanks for being here. Today is Gabe's birthday, so if you've been following in my stories, I'm going to share him opening his present today in my stories. So hopefully I can record the whole thing and make like a whole reel about it or something. But I will see you guys over on Instagram. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here.